Yo, what's good, y'all? It's New Ever Podcast. It's your boy Ben Swayze. Got a special episode on here for y'all today. We haven't never done this before on New Ever Podcast, so this is our first night doing it. Basically, we're gonna do a bar for bar breakdown for Chef TREZ versus A.WARD, and I'm definitely gonna do this with top tier podcast, somebody that I respect, somebody that the culture respects, and hopefully y'all do the same. In the words of my boy Fat Boy, what's good, top tier?
What up, though, man? Glad to be here, man. I know a lot of people love when you do these breakdowns, man. So I'm honored to be a part of this one, man, for sure.
Yeah, thank you, man. I haven't done one in a while, and it's crazy because when I watched the battle, I think it was yesterday morning. Immediately, I think like halfway through Chef TREZ's round, I'm like, yeah, this is a lot of bars right now. And then by the time A.WARD went, I said, yeah, this has to be broken down. But I didn't, I don't really be on my channel anymore. So I'm like, should I still throw it on my channel? And then I seen you say that something about who won. So I was like, you know what? That'll be perfect. Let's see if we can do this. Try to segue through this together and try to figure out who we got winning. Who really edged this battle. But it's a great battle, guys. If y'all haven't watched it, the link is going to be below when we drop this, so definitely check that battle out before we get into this. All right, so your initial thoughts on the battle. Before we get into it, what was your initial thoughts?
Yo, my initial thoughts was this was like a perfect battle for both of them. I kind of dubbed them along with like Danny Myers to be like a few of the top hardest working people in battle rap. So I felt like they had to cross paths, and I feel like the end of the year made a lot of sense. And within this battle, man, it's like they just evenly matched. They're evenly matched. So I thought it was dope.
Yeah, it's crazy. It really is crazy. When you think of like some of the best freestyle rebuttalers, I think Chef TREZ's name is etched in stone now in battle rap, and A.WARD is like, he's like jumping over everybody right now with this, like with his rebuttals and everything. It's amazing to see, honestly.
Yeah, man, and he's getting better. Like the more chances you give him, like the better he gets. I like that. I like that he's improved.
Right. So shout out to the Connects. Them even putting this battle together is fire. I think I don't know why anybody else hasn't already thought to put this together, but the Connects, they put together a lot of like good battles, a lot of lyrical battles. They had Saint Mike versus Oz Cold on that same card, so definitely check that battle out as well. That just dropped. But let's get into what y'all here for. You know what I mean? Let's get into these bars. So yes. Round one, they didn't show the coin flip, but it basically was on Chef TREZ, which I felt like was gonna make a big difference. Because I felt like whoever went second in the first round probably was gonna end up winning this round. Just because the first person was gonna have a chance to rebuttal anything. So they started off with the Sub-Zero bars. Chef TREZ, he started off with the Sub-Zero bars. Wasn't really a fan of that.
Oh, that was fire.
You think it was fire?
Yeah, because because he kind of addressed a situation. Everybody always say Chef TREZ was dope, but he's never direct. So he comes out the gate saying it like direct shots. How many subs? 0, because he the coldest in the game. It was like
right.
The foundation down. That was dope to me.
I was along the fence for that bar because it was just like, we get a lot of Mortal Kombat bars, you know what I mean? But I guess you're right though. The way he did flip it though, just saying like the sub, how many subs you did, 0, like he not with the subbing and all that. So I get it. I'm the coldest in the game. It was a right bar though. But then it was like right after that he comes in with this horse a bitch and the body gonna be amazing. Meg the Stallion. Crazy. He had these bitches trying to play a vet like they dating Jody. I thought that was crazy.
You like that though?
I think that was a fire play on words. These bitches trying to play a vet and it's like Yvette, like Jody, like I don't know. You ain't fuck with that. I think a lot of people didn't catch that at first.
Word, I caught it. I just feel like that's Baby Boy is like in that reference box where you know that Martin Fresh Prince is like, even if it's dope, how much credit?
But play a vet. I don't know. I never is how creative you put it. You know what I mean? He had and let me know when you ready to jump in. What I mean, with some bars, just at any time. You know what I
mean? Yeah, I felt like he was jabbing a lot before he really started cooking in the first.
Okay.
I felt like once he got, I mean, he started. When he got to the mentally prepared to face bars, like I'm turning myself in.
That was one of those. Yeah, that was one of those haymakers.
Yeah, that was a big shot.
I agree though. I think that see, when I say this word, I really don't want anybody that's listening to get it confused what I'm about to say. Not that it was filler. I don't want to use that word filler so loosely, but it was pretty much like the build-ups to the punch. They weren't as effective up until that point. It was kind of just like you said, the light jabs, and it was like, you know, words in between or whatever, but nothing too crazy up until then. He said they keep matching me with. He talked about the Saga battle, the Loso battle, and he said they keep matching me with Christians. Why? Because I edged his brother.
Oh, yeah, the wrestling bars. What do you say? Yeah, that freestyle ability just put me ahead of others. But they keep matching me with Christians. Why? Because I edged his
brother. That was crazy.
That's crazy.
That's fire. He had the Loso Saga, and now I got A.WARD, but I put him in a casket.
That was slick, because I didn't get that at first. I'm like, oh, street hymns. Like, oh, okay.
That was slick. A lot of people be forgetting about street hymns, man. They just announced him versus Farrah today, too.
I definitely forgot about him. I'm sorry, hymns, bro. I was like, why was that bar hard? I'm like, oh, street hymns.
Yeah, I had they're gonna have the rip tee. They're gonna have RPTs made for the church when Alvin and the Chipmunks in mind, because everybody gonna have A on their shirt.
That was dope. That was dope.
Now in the building, I'm glad you said it like that, because in the building they was making it seem like that was the biggest. That was like the biggest reaction of his round.
Wow. Yeah, you're right.
I didn't feel like that was the best bar.
It wasn't the best bar. I don't get that one. I don't know. Sometimes it may be like a regional thing. Like, I don't know if his album The Chipmunks like the most watched show in Kansas City. Like, I don't know.
And like even with the leader, remember how I said earlier too? Like he said, they're gonna have RPTs made for the church when Alvin and the Chipmunks in mind, because everybody gonna have A on their shirt. So it was like, I don't know. It was a pretty good build up. They gonna have RPTs made for the church with Alvin and the Chipmunks in mind, because they're gonna have A on their shirt. The reaction was way bigger than the bar.
Yeah, like I can't even find no other meanings in there that makes it like even more crazy. It's plain, but it's dope. But yeah,
yeah.
A little overreacted for that one.
He spoke about the champion of the year. Make sure y'all donate to that as well. How can I
not be champion of the year when it's in the end of it and they give an award to me? Award to me.
That was crazy. It was definitely the way he said it as well. He has a real like calm, steady type of delivery. So it definitely came on fire. He spent all this time avoiding smack just to get drugged at the end.
I like that.
That was crazy. I like that too. That was crazy.
Because that shit is like it's like a real line. Like, because if you know the back history of A.WARD not being on URL, like that's a crazy line to say to him.
He had the This is just something for your psych ward, so you don't have crazy thoughts.
I hope you don't. Yeah, you're gonna take a loss. That's just something for your psych ward. So I hope you don't have crazy thoughts.
That was hard.
You know, TREZ Pen, man. TREZ Pen is up there, man.
Yo, it's crazy too, cause like he's always been good at his freestyle rebuttals. I always thought his pen was kind of mediocre. The last, I want to say, year and a half, 2 years, his pen has been like amazing, like crazy, one of the best. Then the last crazy bar I had from him was "We could just fight war," because catching a shell gonna be your worst case. That was alright.
I thought that was alright.
Did you have any other bars that I missed in there?
No, that was it. Like we had the same ones written down, and me and him did not like proofread each other's shit. So
that's crazy. That's crazy. But all together, solid round.
Very solid.
The craziest bars from that round was really the Meg Thee Stallion. You like the Sub-Zero bar. I like the Yvette bar. So I guess that kind of canceled each other out because
the turning myself in bar to me
that was the best. Was that the best bar? Because that was up there.
Oh no. The Christian and Edge shit to me was the best bar.
The wrestling, yeah, that was crazy.
That was crazy.
The him and the casket bar was the most. That was the most slick bar that I think he kind of slipped in there.
Fact.
I think Alvin and the Chipmunks bar was kind of the most overrated bar in that round. As far as crowd reaction, yeah, but definitely a solid round. Solid round. You want to start off with the rebuttals from A.WARD?
Yo, so yeah, man. It was bottom of the first. He said, it's clear. It's not Sub-Zero. You know the Scorpion. Get over here. That
was crazy. And I'm gonna listen. Again, we heard so many Mortal Kombat bars. It's not even funny. Like you could probably write around off of everybody that had a Mortal Kombat bar.
Yeah.
But I've never heard anybody say you're gonna know the Scorpion. Like call someone a peon. Yeah. Like I've never heard that. Like I don't know how he thought of that off the top of his head, and people don't think about that when they writing it down.
Yeah, man, that's a different level of just like yo, you got to be really poised to calm your brain down and like think of that shit while somebody else is rapping towards you. That's crazy.
Then he followed that up with the Meg Thee Stallion. You said something about Meg Thee Stallion last round. You was all cheeks more. He said you was all cheeks more like Lizzo with it.
Whew. Yeah,
crazy.
That was a good one too. Yeah, he hit him with a couple of those.
Then, in my opinion, the third one was the biggest haymaker of the other three rebuttals.
The third with the ain't nobody grieving, Lord. We on the same page.
He said Alvin the Chipmunk, ain't nobody grieving, Lord. We on the same page, and they know I'm the one they adore.
Yeah, I'm the one they adore. That was fucking. That was fire. Yeah, no, that might be my favorite. Yeah, that might be my favorite.
That was crazy. Oh, yo, nah, time out. Let's take a quick break from going over these bars. Do y'all that's listening in understand how hard it is to rebuttal? Let alone he's punching while he's rebuttaling. Like these aren't simple bars. Like these are like Scorpion. Like your cheeks more like Lizzo with it. Theodore, like they all know that I'm the one Theodore. That's a different type of thinking. Like, sheesh.
Yeah, to do it on the spot and to do it more than once, and then I think the underrated part about all this, to remember your placement to begin your rounds, because I think that's the craziest shit. Like now I got like a whole like 3 minutes still of material left.
That's crazy. So you can kind of start off the bar. You could go this round and I'll just kind of throw stuff in there.
Yeah. So he after the rebuttals go, he hit him with something that was dope to me when he said he was kind of making fun because on.
Well, hold on, my bad for cutting you off. Somebody in the chat just asked, explain the Theodore bar again. Theodore. So basically, what he was saying was Alvin and the Chipmunks. It was Alvin, Simon, Theodore. Those are the three names of them. So he said Alvin the Chipmunk, ain't nobody grieving, Lord. We on the same page, and they all know I'm the one that they adore. Like, you know how they adore someone? How you adore someone? So I'm the one that they adore. So that's kind of like...
And in church, y'all, the. Like, the is like a big, to the one up the most high, the. Like, but just stretching the word out, like, Theodore, the adore.
Yeah.
Like, high, like,
so they saying that it was. I don't think it was a reach. They try to say, a couple of people said it's a reach. I don't really think it's a reach because, like he said, they say the like in the Bible and all that, and in those terms they use the a lot. They don't say they. So if he said they adore, then I get it. That also would make sense. But he was using. That's why he said something about God. He was already putting it in church reference. So they is actually the and that.
Yeah. No reaching that one, bro.
Yeah, it was. It really wasn't. It really wasn't. But yeah, my bad for cutting you off. Go ahead.
No. I'm glad you explained that. Just for clarification. Yeah, so he was making fun because apparently on Twitter, Chef TREZ didn't know Kansas from Kansas City.
Uh huh.
So he gave him a 5, and then he says, "See the way he dapped me," and then he did he got the hardest fake punches.
They said that he's the king of the fake punches.
Shout out to Saint for saying that, because that's real. So he did the fake punches. Then he says, now he unconscious and really don't know what state he in.
That was so crazy. Now, I'm so glad that you said that just the way that you said it, yo. It's a bar in there that everyone skipped over. I'm talking about even when I posted this on Twitter, no one said nothing about the bar right before he said that. He said, Marv 1 told me, nah, I'm playing. I ain't a shady friend. That was so crazy because it was like Marv 1 and Eminem are friends. So he said, Marv 1 told me. He started laughing like, nah, I'm playing. I ain't a shady friend. So and then he went into you said something about on Kansas. You don't know your geography or whatever. Then he went into the whole, now you're unconscious and really don't know what state he in. That bar was the ending bar, of course, is the main part, but it just showed the writing of the build up writing. You know what I mean? Like not wasting any bars.
Exactly. Like people always want to know, and we're getting sidetracked again, but just real quick. Like people always want to know the separation from good to the elite guys. A lot of it to me is within the setups, like how dope. Like the elite guys have dope setups. Like Ron is a great puncher, but his setups be just as fire as the punch. So
facts. That was crazy. Yeah, that was crazy. You can keep going though, bro.
Yeah, no, he had who else he had? He had, I'm not him, bro. This is my house. Trespassing was a sign to remind you do not enter. That was crazy.
That was crazy.
Was a sign to remind you do not enter.
That was crazy. Trespassing was a sign to tell you do not enter.
Yeah, you slick. The whole, that's slick rhyming, but it's still punching and still heavy. It's dope. What else he say? Ain't no holding back. Tonight there's no outlet. Round here I'm the coldest sack. That's dope too.
I didn't even catch that. I didn't even put that bar, and I got a lot of bars. Say that bar again.
He said, ain't no holding back. Tonight there's no outlet. Round here I'm the coldest sack.
Oh yeah, thank you. I did catch that bar. I didn't write it down. You know why I didn't write it down? Because I had no idea what he was talking about.
Oh, word?
Dead ass. And I listened to it like 2 or 3 times about the outlet and I'm the round and all that. I didn't get it.
Oh, you still don't get it? Or
I still don't get it.
Okay. So he said I still don't get it. That's
dead ass.
All right. So like a cul-de-sac. Well, how they would put it is like a cul-de-sac. Basically, like on a land where there's no outlets. So I want to get it.
Wait, hold on, wait, because Freddie just put something. I don't know what a cul-de-sac is. Maybe that's why I didn't catch it.
Yeah, it's a play on that word.
What is a cul-de-sac?
Well, I want to make sure I'm saying it right.
So Freddie said a cul-de-sac is a dead end on a block.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A dead end on a block. Or dead end anywhere. It's like just a desolate area where there's no outlets, there's no electricity, nothing. It's like you're just stranded pretty much.
Bruh.
That's why he said tonight there's no outlet. Round here I'm the coldest sack.
That's OD.
That's crazy to me.
I'm somebody that can admit, when I don't catch bars, I'm actually super glad that we're doing it like this. Because if I would have did it in front of just by myself like I usually do, I would have just skipped over the bar, or I would have just said I don't get the bar on the thing. That's crazy. And everybody went crazy over the bar, and I'm just sitting here like, damn, I don't know what the fuck that means. I've been watching it like 3 times. That's crazy.
Yeah, and that was just and I don't even think he meant for that to hit the way it was. It was more just like an in-between bar. So
that's OD. That's OD.
Yeah, so that's what I was like. Yeah, it's basically just like a street passage closed, just a closed road ahead. Like you can't
Got you.
enter it. Yeah, it's fire.
Facts, Freddie. There's no cul-de-sacs in New York. That's exactly why I probably don't know what it is.
You know, it gotta be somewhere.
It's New York City. Why would there be a cul-de-sac?
Well, but I'm saying it can be like a street or passage closed at one end, like a route leading to nowhere.
That's true. That's definitely true. We would just say a dead end.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's fire though. That's definitely super fire though. But come on, let's keep it going though.
Yeah, he said, what he say? You think when he was calling them San, like the whole time he was calling them San, like San TREZ,
right?
Short and saying San, and he kind of ended it off like, you think it's corny? I'm calling you San. Who cares, pal? The Connect's contract told me specially to take TREZ out.
That was crazy. Now, I don't know if you just didn't like it, but you definitely skipped over the bars with the Christmas money. He's like, just type in Christmas money for the promo code. I thought that was funny.
He was getting into his funny bag.
Right. Then he had the you battle 4 times in December. I get it a few bucks each plate. Man, sandpaper must be rough these days. Crazy.
I missed that one. I think outside of that, it was just like witty stuff, but no,
it wasn't like a super haymaker. Like you said, it was pretty much witty stuff. Sandpaper must be rough these days. So yeah, you was definitely
Yeah, he was wigging in that with that. Honestly, then after that, I like once he got into breaking down. This is kind of crazy, but like when he started breaking down like the Muslim, his beliefs and stuff like that.
Facts.
He got into a really good groove. He said, "You trust him, but the guns you muzzle. It's a lie to you, but it's a lie to
me."
That's crazy.
Yo.
That
was OD.
That was different type of talk right there.
Yo,
like, a lie to you, but it's a lie to me. Like,
I'm gonna give you three abilities, right? And you tell me which one A.WARD is the best in.
Okay.
All right. Number 1, punching. Number 2, rebuttals. Number 3, angles. Which one of those 3 is he the best at?
Shoo, that's a good question. Punching. I'm gonna go slightly angles.
His angles are crazy.
Yeah, angles. Yeah, I will go angles, rebuttals, and punching.
In that order.
Yeah.
It's like, but his rebuttals are so. You know what? All right, you're right. Rebuttals can't be number 1 because he doesn't do it throughout the round, like in the middle. He doesn't do it in the middle of the round. He doesn't do it at the end of the round. It's usually in the beginning. So that's, you know what I mean. That's only like a couple of bars that we're getting. He punches a lot. He punches a lot, but I think his angles really make you. They gotta make you feel some type of way to look at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah, man. them angles be cutting deep, bro. Like,
that's a fact.
I love seeing him versus Mike P, but that's another story.
Did you like him when he did that fast paced flow?
No.
You wasn't a fan of that?
Nah. I like that he can rap fast, but I just didn't like what he was saying while he was rapping fast. It just didn't connect with me. No pun intended.
Yeah, I liked it. I couldn't write it down because it really wasn't. It was nothing in there. It was like a lot of just. It was just bars. You know what I mean? And we didn't have like a whole bunch of nothing crazy.
That's really all I had. Like to me, after the Allah, I feel like nothing else was as powerful as that.
Well, he did have the right made him hot. Then I brought the left over to reheat you. Yeah, it was alright. It wasn't that crazy. Wait, did you even get up to that part yet? Or did I skip over that? I skipped over something.
No. That was after that. So I just didn't have it written down. Like I was trying to I felt like he had one more that was heavy like that, but he really didn't after.
Yeah, he had the it's nothing for a white boy to fold the brim and hook him on like a fish's hat. I thought that was cool. Nice little, you know what I mean, play on words. He had the I have a brim on the nose, like, yo, son, get out of my face, son. I thought that was funny.
That was funny.
I thought that was dope. A lot of people who don't know, Math Hoffa, you know what I mean? I'll have your brim on his nose like, yo, son, get out my face, son. That was
that's legendary. Like, Math and Dose, y'all gotta come on.
The go ahead triangles, isosceles. The Bond different, mind better, Sean Connery. Fire.
That's fire. The only reason I didn't have that because I seen you tweet about it, so I'm like, I'm gonna let him go ahead and take and handle that.
That was crazy. And you know what's even more fire about it? I knew that it was crazy when I was writing it down. I was writing it down and still didn't even know what he meant yet. I had to write it down and really be like, got it. Because the Bond different, James Bond, mine better, like, but mine's is better, Sean Connery. That was crazy. Somebody said, explain the triangles, bar. Go ahead and triangles. Isosceles. Isosceles is a triangle. You know how they got like a right angle, right triangle, isosceles triangle. It's like different kind of triangles. And then that's when he went into the whole the Prophet Muhammad, he hated murder. He called it atrocity, and you cock squeeze, go ahead and draw a blood lobotomy. That's when he was just like you said before, just talking to him. The angle with the whole just the Muslim angle was just crazy. Yeah. And I think the Gunju Muslim is a lot to you, but a lot of me. I think that was the last bar that I had that was like crazy.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Like that whole build up into that made it even hit. Like I like when people like I think I kind of missed the art of build ups.
Facts.
He does it. Mike P does it. Young Ill used to do it really well.
Mm-hmm.
And like when Verb and Big T was cooking, they used to do it well. Like that payoff is something. It's hit different, man.
That's a fact. I definitely think that like who are some of the people I'm trying to think right now? Who are some of the people that don't waste bars, like that does that build up? That sometimes you even say to yourself, yo, the build up was better than the punch. I think O-Red is one of those people that's really good at that. O-Red is good at that.
JC can be some at times.
JC definitely is good at that. It's funny because I don't think Rum Nitty is somebody that's good at that. I don't think that. I think Rum Nitty sometimes when he's punching, he uses a lot of just like gun bars that just like it pretty much can just it can be used for any punch. Like that punch is not. I don't know how to really put it in without sounding crazy. I don't want to say that it doesn't connect because it definitely connects to the punch, but it's just like 30 on my hip, 40 click, and then he'll say the punch. It's nothing really like crazy in the build up.
I get you.
He said, yeah, I get you, but yeah, we're not doing that.
No. I get you. What you're saying is like the end punch connects to the opponent, but the build up has no like reference to the opponent at all.
Yeah, he doesn't always do that. Like it's once in a blue though he does that though.
Yeah.
But yeah, so round one, who we giving round one to? I think it's kind of clear to me at least.
It's clear you're giving it to Ward off the rebuttals.
Giving it to Ward off the rebuttals.
Yeah, that's where I was at with it. Like I feel like those were the biggest moments in both of their rounds. And then, like because like really if you really take away the rebuttals, it's kind of even. But the rebuttals like gives him the edge to me. Yeah,
I think that because I was even saying that to myself. I'm like, wait a minute, am I too caught up in the moment that you know what I mean? I'm missing over Chef TREZ's bars. But again, even going over it again with you just now, Chef TREZ really just had about 3 or 4 crazy haymakers. I mean, like that's just it was everything. Don't get it. Listen, everybody that's listening into. Let me just say this real quick. Every bar that we're saying right now is a haymaker. Like we're not writing down any filler. We're not writing down any just BS bars. Like we're writing down stuff that's like heavy punches, stuff that are like anybody else probably would have got killed by already. But when it's so, this is like when you have to like nitpick. It's almost like we're nitpicking right now because it's too close to just say everything is fire. So yeah, I edged it to A.WARD though.
Yeah, I got it Ward. Pretty clear. Like I felt like he was more consistent throughout the whole round. So
yeah. So going into round 2, Chef TREZ, because he was respecting it the whole battle too. Like he's like, yo, dapping him up, shaking his head, had his face in his hoodie the whole time, trying not to react. He started off with the, yo, you the white me. Like, I thought that was hilarious. Like, cause that's what it's almost is like. They don't have the same style, but like you damn near the white Chef TREZ. Like you rebuttal just as good.
Yeah, yeah. I guess it's one of those battles. I didn't really even see the comparisons until they battled each other. Like when you battle each other, you can kind of see it a little bit.
Yeah. He had you set him cheeks like Lizzo, but this ain't the game you want to attend because you assed out.
Nice. Yeah. That was nice. He turned up.
He turned up.
He turned up in this second, bro.
Talking about he said, talking about a leftover because that's dead to me. Because with this meal, I clean everything.
Hard.
Crazy.
And then where he said he rectified that Kansas mistake. He said this might not be Kansas, bro, but when you a shooter, you fuck up because the
Kansas close. That was crazy.
That got a big reaction.
That was crazy.
Yeah. That
was crazy. Like I've never seen nobody break down like the word Kansas like that. Not to say that they would even have a reason to, but that was crazy. He even rebutted the that was I'm glad you kind of skipped over it because I almost was a weak. It was a weak rebuttal, and it almost like stopped his momentum of the rebuttals. Now that it's in the past, like presence, I could put bucks on it. Try to rebuttal the Christmas part that Ward did. So
yeah, I skipped 2 of them. He had 5. I skipped 2. 3 of them was like 3 of them hit.
Yeah, in fact, you had to. It's like everything is just not hitting. Yeah. Y'all gonna see Warden with a click like a prison movie.
Fire.
That was fire. Yo, that was fire. I put him 6 feet because he needs growth. I like that. That was cool. Lights flash in front of you like I'm trying to give you a warning. Police close.
That's fire. I was waiting for you to get there. That was light flash in front of you like I'm trying to give you a warning. The
police close.
Come on, man.
I don't do no talking. I just box and send shit like I work at the post office. Oh,
that's crazy. That's dope.
The 9 o'clock. He said the 9 o'clock him, but he left in the day. See how time flies.
That's my favorite bar. That's my favorite bar from TREZ in that second. He'll get pistol whipped, fuck a drive by the 9 o'clock him, but he left in a daze.
See how time flies? That was crazy. That was crazy.
That's different, bro.
Oh man, I take it from. What he said? I take him from Kiwi walking around with the owner gun. Wait. Do you have this bar? Because I think I wrote it down wrong. I don't want to mess it up.
I don't think I had. I know what you're talking about. It's like the owner.
Yeah, he said walking around with the owner gun, and if he say something, he'll get shot with it. Now his blood owner gun.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. I just thought it was like a lot of wordplay, but it was. I had what did I have? I had one thing to lose to DNA and another thing
to losing it. That was crazy. I put A in the air. I represent Atlanta.
Oh yeah, fix your grammar. I put A in the air. I
represent Atlanta. That was hard. A Christian that's always judging shit is kind of boring. I could judge too. It's a tourist, not a car. But being shot by the shit, you can't afford it. That was crazy to me, yo. That was like one of my favorite bars of this round.
It was one of my favorites too, and it was pretty slept on too.
Yeah. Very slept on. Very, very slept on. For those that don't get it, a Christian that's always judging shit is kind of boring. I could judge too. It's a tourist, not a car, but being hit by this shit, you can't afford it. So afford. My bad for kind of fucking that up, y'all. But tourist and afford. You know what I mean? I was pretty much in the bar. He in his face. Then he see the clip Mirage shit. That was crazy.
Oh yeah,
that was crazy.
He got slumped, gun in his mouth, just Aaron tongue left Reebok pump.
That was crazy. But right before that too, he said the machine go off like I work in a warehouse and say I quit. That was cool. But that gun in his mouth, just the Aaron tongue and the front Reeboks pump, that was the one.
That was crazy for all my 80s babies and 90s, boy. Y'all know about the Reebok pumps. That's crazy.
Gun in his mouth, just Aaron tongue in the front Reeboks pump. Oh my, I'm not gonna hold you.
TREZ got busy, bro.
Revisiting this round just now, I had it one way. I don't know if it's gonna be the same. You want to go over A.WARD?
Yo, you saying that without even hearing Ward second?
I know. Like, that was crazy. You could go over A.WARD bars, man. I got it written down, but you go over these.
I bet, yeah. Oh man, because the way up. All right. So he rebuttals the whole thing about one thing to lose the DNA, there's another thing to be losing it with his own. He says one thing to lose to Will, it's another thing to start writing it.
How do you feel? How do you feel about him making? I mean, people have to write their will and stuff like that. Do you think that that's like? I don't want to say off limits, but he shouldn't be doing that.
I mean, because I guess maybe I'm lost because I take it as in battle terms. I think he's talking about like I'm about to body you, like because he says another thing in the same round about boxing Chef, like you about to put you in the box. I just think he means in a battle sense. Yeah,
because it's not like after I shoot him, bow, he gonna start writing it. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah, maybe like I said, I could be wrong, but I always take it as he's
I agree. About, yeah. No, that was a good way to put it. Definitely.
Yeah. So I thought that was dope. And then he said something about Kansas bar, you crossed the line. I thought that was dope.
That was crazy. A lot of y'all people, Kansas City and Kansas is not the same state.
Thank you. So please address that.
It's Missouri and then there's Kansas. It's Kansas City, Kansas, and Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, people gotta start traveling, man. What do you say? Rock and Rothstein, that's the host, and okay. Wait, he got into this bag about like making like a restaurant with.
All right, so wait, no, we're not gonna skip over it then because I was waiting for you to get to that. Yeah, but he had to knock his headlights out. Now ain't no warning police because his body you're going. Damn, I think I wrote it down wrong. It's when we write down so many bars sometimes. But he had a rebuttal too about knock his headlights out. Now ain't no police warning. But
oh yeah, I remember that.
Then he also had the you battle Loso and Saga. Then me. That amounts to 3. You wasn't hooked on RV before where you about to be. That was crazy.
I thought I like that one.
Then he broke down the Cave Gang. I'm gonna let you get into this, bruh.
So basically he got in the Cave Gang where he was just basically using them in a restaurant sense and giving everybody jobs. And, like the craziest part basically to me was towards the end, but he started off with Av and Chess. And he like I said, he worked his way through the Cave Gang, and I'm like, where is he going with this?
Yeah.
So he said, Rock and Rothstein, that's the host and the manager. Don't look puzzled. It's a fact. Because Tay hold the door open, and Briz always running to the back. That's crazy.
That's OD.
That's a crazy angle to take, bro. That's fire to me,
bruh. That was OD, bruh. First of all, even the part where he said Chess is the waiter because he's always looking for tips and trying to take the scraps.
Oh yeah,
yo, bruh. I'm not gonna hold you. A.WARD's writing is incredible, bruh, and that's what I'm saying again about the angles. Like, I feel like it's one thing to just have a bunch of crazy bars, but it's another thing to like have crazy bars and you have a great angle to talk to them about. Like, oh man, like it was
crazy, bro. Like speaking of angles, he had back-to-back angles because he had that angle, then he had the angle about Chef TREZ.
Not on Smack.
But yeah, messing with Smack and then getting upset with how he was treated as Smack. That was crazy too. See, yeah, this round closer than I thought. Like I thought TREZ kind of washed them, but when I'm looking back, this is kind of close.
Then I mean, even when like you talking about the app for $8, you know what I mean, you can't get a full meal.
The app's a low price, but it's not fulfilling. He was talking to TREZ, bro.
Yo, he was talking that. Oh man, yo, this is a crazy round.
What else he had? He said, "I bet Chef." He said, "I bet Chef won't cook from a box. The old fashioned like that." That was nice. I like even the build up to that. He said, "Bro, spaz at Grandma Church. No capping. I'll give you 3 of them things. I'm in the zone sagging. This is so average. The GOAT status. Watch your steps. Slow dancing. Closed casket. I bet a chef won't cook in a box. Old fashioned." Like that whole delivery, like up to that. Yeah. Yo, that was crazy. But then I think the last one I got from him was like, you see how the tables turn when he ain't got Rock with him? Aladdin and Prince Ali. When the cave gone, he look a lot different. Like
that was crazy. Undertaker with the right before that, I think he had the Undertaker with the throat slash, and we all know that the Tombstone next. That was okay. He had I wrote down I took my shot and proved them wrong. You know, the ball don't lie. I like that. But yeah, you're right. The
on that Tombstone line, the Tombstone next, like it's coming next, but Tombstone's a move that affects your neck, like
that was kind of crazy. Undertaker with the throat slasher. We all know the Tombstone next.
Yeah,
it was kind of crazy.
Yeah, people. Yeah, that's a double, bro. People didn't really catch that.
Yeah, that Aladdin and Prince Ali look a lot different when the cave going. That was crazy. I like the ending. I see you didn't say nothing about that. They talked about TREZ. Music is trash, and the bottom suggested reading a book instead.
Reading a book instead.
That was funny.
That was funny.
Dope round, man.
That's a close round.
Oh man.
It's much closer than the first.
Sheesh. Who you gave it to, bro?
All right, so I'm gonna still.
All right, let's do it like this, all right? I'm gonna name different things, and then we can basically, I guess we could kind of try to base it off of that. All right. So
we're gonna go
number one, rebuttals. They both rebutted. Who had the better rebuttals that round?
One thing to. That was easy. That's TREZ.
TREZ. Definitely TREZ had the better rebuttals. Who do you think punched more? Who had more punchlines back to back with it?
I'm gonna say TREZ because I felt like in the second War was more angle heavy.
Yeah, me too. I think TREZ had way more punches. Angles clearly. A.WARD clearly with the angles. Those were heavy hitting angles. I think TREZ. Who you think ended the round better?
I was just about to ask you that, yo.
I think to me, Chef TREZ, the gun in his mouth, just airing tongue in the front Reebok's pump. I like that better than the joking with the music trash. The bottom read read a book instead.
Yeah, I do too.
And then just
it sounds like we're going with TREZ. I was going with TREZ anyway.
Yeah. When I first watched it, or just the eye test, I had A.WARD winning, just because the breakdown of the Cave Gang and the Smack situation, I just felt like it was hitting more. But as I'm looking at it, as a whole, there's not much more other than that.
Yeah, like the two angles saved his round pretty much.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to edge this to TREZ. Yeah, I have to edge that round to TREZ. Wow. Okay. 1-1 going into the third. He I think now this part I didn't catch. He freestyled about somebody in the back, like they slipped or something like that. What was that about?
See, that's I have no.
Well, the Connects is here. Yeah, Connects, can y'all put in the chat what happened? Why did he freestyle about somebody slipping? He pointed at him.
Yeah, I want to know why did it get a big reaction? Because he says, "Watch your tone, don't slip in shit." Like, Is it, first of
Oh,
all, I'm
so
gonna let you.
he said Oz Cold fell off the stage in the back.
Oh, okay.
Got you.
I thought somebody actual name was Tone and they slipped in some shit. That would have been fire.
That would, or if he would have just said something about Oz Cold and slipping, that would have been even more crazy as well.
Yeah,
Because
so
it got a huge reaction in the building.
yeah. Maybe if I was there, I would have like felt that more. But I
Yeah,
couldn't really score it too
that's
crazy.
the thing about rebuttaling things that's happening in a building. It's not gonna always translate good on camera. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
we don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, especially if it's not caught on cam. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. He had the they do put IV in the ring in front of you. Which you can get to 6. I didn't get that. Break that down for me.
what do you say? They do put IV in front of you in the ring where you can get to 6. I
think I know what he means, but I'm just trying to see. Is he trying to say flip it around? Because when you flip IV around, it's 6.
That's all I was about to say. I think he means just reversing it when you're in the ring, like going against him, like you're facing it the other way now, like so you're facing the 6. That's what I thought he meant.
Right.
I think
he worded it weird.
I think he means something else. That's why I didn't write it down. Although it got a big reaction, I kind of dubbed it because I didn't quite what he meant, and I didn't want to guess.
Yeah, he worded it weird, you know what I mean? So that's why I was kind of like, but that's, you know what I mean? We said when you put IV in front of you in the ring, in front of you IV, it had to be that. He just worded it wrong because it was a rebuttal as well. He had the same rhyme scheme with a different flip. Why would the chef cook from a box when I could put you in the bitch? Crazy.
That was a really dope rebuttal.
Oh, shout outs to Connect. Let's reverse. He said IV and being sick. I don't know though. I understand what you're saying, but the way he worded it, he said you could get the 6. He said 6. He didn't say sick.
No, he saw. Oh, okay, no, the IV, like IVs when you're getting sick, you know they put you in the IV.
Yeah, but he didn't say sick. He said 6. At least that's what I heard. Maybe I did. Maybe I just heard it wrong. But that makes sense as well. Maybe it was a double entendre. We just didn't catch it.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't write that one down because I had no clue. I heard it and I heard people react to it.
Yeah. Now we get that part connected. Like we understand, like IV is the 4 horsemen. We definitely get that part. We definitely get the IV that you said about the hospital and hospital sick, IV and sick. But it sounded like when I wrote it down, it sounded like he said 6.
Yeah, that's the problem. What's the number 6 about?
Yeah, like it didn't sound like he said sick. He said you're gonna get the 6. So I don't know, but it was definitely I guess that's the enjoyment of breaking bars down. Yeah. All right, so I thought that rebuttal was crazy though. The same rhyme scheme with a different flip. Why would the chef cook from a box when I could put you in the bitch? That was crazy. He had the.
As soon as you jump the gun, I load the shit.
Any problems come at me directly. Take ownership, because as soon as you jump the gun, I'ma load this shit. That was crazy.
What he say? I write nothing. He said I write nothing but nice shit like a kid's
author. Oh, that was fire.
That was dope.
That was fire.
One of my favorite lines on here was, "I don't be online heavy. It ain't enough respect. It's March Madness. Once you climb the ladder, you can cut the net."
Bruh. Bro, all y'all trolls and all that, man, like, that was basically like, I'm not with none of that, like, all that online goofy stuff, I'm not with none of that. I don't be online heavy. It ain't enough respect on there. It's March Madness. Once you climb the ladder, once you get bigger, you could cut the net. Like, you could get off that. That was
I love how it made so much sense, and it was still like a punch, but still a message to it. Like, once you get to this level of success, you don't need to be on the net as much. Like, that's dope. That's a dope way to phrase it, bro.
He had if you don't complete hours, you getting bars, community service.
Community service.
Yeah. He said, I catch him reading a good book, then bow, put his noodles on the page, now it's a cookbook.
Cookbook. That was dope. That was dope.
Yo!
How did you feel about like a lot of the running errands, like the errand lines?
I be having these bullies do everything for me. They'll be running an errand. I liked it. I never heard it before. That's why I guess.
Didn't Rum use a lot of errand lines versus Iron? He kind of.
Yeah. He used a lot. Now that you say that, bro, I'm trying to think if he even said that. You running errands and all that.
Yeah, I heard Rum use Aaron. Yeah, running errands. So I don't know, man.
All right, so the Connects is not letting this go. For everybody that's listening back to rewind, go to 28 minutes and 10 seconds in the battle and let us know in the comment section about the IV line. All right, because he's not letting it go and we're not budging.
Yeah, bro. It's over, Rocky. We ain't doing that, bro.
He said, I'm gonna murk you. You'll run home before the 9 show. He going home for his curfew. That was crazy. I was alright. Let me not say that was crazy. That was alright.
Yeah, that was alright. King of the Dot match for the chain. You up against the Real Deal.
That was fire. That was a perfect way to end the battle, yo.
Perfect way to end it, because that's kind of what his goal been all the last year, was trying to go against Real Deal for the chain.
Well, he did have one errand bar that was crazy though, that we didn't say he had. You'll see a quick 30 errand. Let's go to commercial.
That was fire. That
was fire.
That was fire.
That was fire. That was the one.
Yeah, that stood out.
I didn't like the mini chopper small Drake like before rap.
Yeah,
I didn't like that. But this might be a King of the Dot battle for the chain because you up against the Real Deal. I thought that was a perfect way to end the round. Crazy round. Better than the first, slightly under the second. But a great round.
That's a perfect way to say it. Yeah, it's just below the second, better than the first. I agree.
So you want to get into this third for A.WARD, because this is the deal breaker right here.
Yeah. He said, I wanted to do to rebuttal curfew before 9. Yeah, because bad things happen at dark, and when the 12's out, it's usually trouble. Yo, that sounds like a written. That sounds like a written, bro. That's a rebuttal.
Yo, A.WARD, did somebody send you the bars or something? Like, did somebody send you his bars already and you already knew that? Because there's no way in the world that you just coming up with that much material that fast.
That sound like a written. The reason it sounds more like a written than any other rebuttals, because usually, they be like, yeah, and he just said this, and then you be like, okay, so he's about to rebuttal. He just went. He just goes like curfew before 9, yeah, because bad things happen at dark, and when the 12's out, is usually trouble. I'm like, wait, hold on.
You know what's crazy too? That I just want to about these whole rebuttals. Why people put A.WARD so high as well over some of the other people that rebuttal? When Chef TREZ rebuttals, right? And this is no slight to his rebuttaling ability, because he's definitely top 3. You know what I mean? And he's not 3. So Chef TREZ is one of the best, but Chef TREZ does a lot of this. All right, for instance, he'll go, you said something about my head might do this and then he'll rebuttal. He'll be like, and then you also said something about, it's like, when he says that you said something about, it's like that's his way of trying to think of something. Yeah. A.WARD just goes straight into the bars. Like, he doesn't say you just said something about. He'll just say the bar, and you already know that we already know that you said that in the bar.
Yeah, like you're right. A lot of people, that's a good point, because Chef TREZ is a top rebuttaler, but a lot of the top guys that do it kind of, I guess the word you would use is telegraph it. Like, they telegraph it and let you know that it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Like, A.WARD doesn't wait. He just, like, that was crazy. He had another one. Oh, he said, yeah, this the final 4 gonna leave you blue blood. Like, crazy. And then he named.
Wait, hold on, yo. March Madness, this final 4 gonna leave you blue blood.
And he named them. What do you say? That's UNC, UCLA, Kansas, and Duke. Hey, yo,
it's so much into that, yo.
He won the third, bro.
Chef TREZ is, you know what I mean? He's Sue whooping, you know what I mean? He states that all the time, you know what I mean? That he's you know what I mean? He's an active gang member, you know what I mean? But I hope, you know what I mean? Not like that. But leave you blue blood, like that alone is like, you know what I mean? A play on words within itself.
That's a rebut. That's yo. He got the third, bro. I don't even go. He got it.
We ain't even gonna go over the rest.
He got the third, dog. Dog, what can you say after that, bro? Like that, he got the. You got. Go ahead. Like, he got the third. I got more, but he got it off of those.
Yo, and then he kept rebuttaling. He said life is a cookbook, and I thought the chef would know how to get the consistency right. From the whole leave his noodles on the page, now we a cookbook. Life is a cookbook, and I thought the chef would know how to get the consistency right. That's come on. Now this is the part right here where A.WARD ended up making it debatable. This is where I had a big problem with this part, bro. He started talking about his life struggles. And I don't have a problem with him talking about his life struggles, but we all know you're almost forfeiting the round when you do that because you're not being direct. You know what I mean? He was talking about his friend, you know what I mean, that went through his life struggles, and you know how A.WARD talked about how things wasn't always glitz and glamour and things like that.
Yeah, but he tied it into him though, but with the hand me down. So I know it was like to be in your shoes,
to walk a mile in my brother's shoes.
Walk a mile in my brother's shoes. I thought he tied it into him, and also addressing TREZ, who, you know, talks about struggling a lot. I thought. Right.
I mean, like I get it. Like he said, my mama had 5 kids, so I learned early that if the chef provide a plate, you don't waste nothing.
You don't waste nothing.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
Come on, Ben.
It's crazy, but Chef TREZ's third round was incredible, bruh. Like, and it was very, 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 very direct. This is direct. And again, man, like I can't stress this enough. I can't say this enough. I'm not taking nothing away from his pen. I'm not taking nothing away from his ability. I just think that it wasn't as, you know what I mean? I guess that's the only word that I could put for it is direct. Even though it is, but it's
around. It's too of. So you're saying it's too much of a roundabout way of being direct?
Yeah, it's like a nice way of being direct. You know what I mean? It's like being direct courteously.
I feel you. It's like he's sidestepping, but he's like taking shots from a distance.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. Like, I guess you know what? Maybe it's gonna sound crazy, but like, and I sound like if the bars didn't hit, I probably would feel like that.
Okay.
I think when the bars hit, you give somebody a bit of leeway.
Right.
Geechee does it a lot, and I'll be like, "Nah, that was fire, though."
Yeah, yeah, that's a fact. I mean, Geechee wins third rounds doing that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get it. I definitely, yeah. If we're gonna do something like that, we're gonna have that kind of standard. We got to keep it across the board. So I get it.
Yeah.
He had this is a bar that I personally enjoyed. Dumb Nice, like Chris Pratt in the Parks Department. For those that don't know,
I love Parks and Rec.
I love like for if you are an Office fan, you know, if you're a fan of The Office like I am, I've watched that whole series I think probably 3 or 4 times. And then you need something else to watch after The Office. Parks Department, Parks and Recreation. Parks and Recreation.
Parks and Recreation, man.
Yeah, that's the perfect spinoff.
That's my show. Yeah. Me and my lady binge watch that right now. So
I think I just like that bar, Dumb Nice, like Chris Pratt in the Parks Department. He gets shot on Black Friday while he charged the target. He talked about his friend again. That's what he was doing. He was talking about his friend. He said he got shot on Black Friday while he charged the Target, and every weekend his mama woke up by a vegetable like the farmer's market.
Like farmer's market. I was waiting till you get that. Dog, that's crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think that's about it. I had like
I had the more real life bars about his people. Yeah, he had like more bars about, but that's what I'm saying. I didn't even write down the bars. I just put more real life bars about his peoples. I always learned. Yeah, for real.
Write it out.
I didn't write it out, bro, because it wasn't no punches. It was just I don't know how to really explain it.
Yeah, it was storytelling.
It was just storytelling. Yeah. Then he had I always learned in life, if you show me your friends, I'll show you your future. I thought that was a heavy message at the end, something to kind of leave people with after the battle. I thought that was super dope. And God is good all the time. Yeah.
You wrote down the slogan.
Absolutely.
Yo, that's wild.
So I did. Third round.
It's close, man.
It's really extremely close. Now, on first watch, I gave Chef TREZ the third. You're telling me now that those rebuttals outweighed everything that Chef TREZ said.
I may have to rethink that.
I think all right. What's the best way to really break down this third round to pick a winner? I say that the rebuttals, right? I didn't like the eyes cold slipping in the back as a fan from the outside watching in, because I didn't know what it was about. So that I took away points for that. Yeah. The IV ring bar, I think that is too much confusion on that. So I'm gonna take
that. I think there's more cons with TREZ than like the cons with the TREZ third is the like you said, to watch your tone, don't slip and shit. Didn't get that. Didn't get the IV, and then the dry spots with the errands outside of the let's go to commercial. But he had some other errands that just didn't land for me.
Yeah, I liked, and then now his heaviest bars, Chef TREZ, I do believe was the same the why would the chef cook from a box? I could put you in the bitch. The March Madness bar.
Yeah. Like a kid's Arthur was fire.
Right, the noodles on the page cookbook. And the
community service was hard.
Community service was hard. And I guess the real deal bar at the end, I think that was his heaviest bars. And all of his heaviest bars in the third. For this kind of battle, it's very, very important for the person to go last, because he's able to get that last word, and he rebutted all of your best material. He rebutted it. Your March Madness, that Blue Blood, your 9 o'clock bar, he rebutted that. The cookbook, he rebutted that. Yeah, now that I'm rewatching this, it's crazy. The rounds that I gave them is flipping around now. I think I gave A.WARD the first and the third, and I gave Chef TREZ the second. Whereas on first watch, I gave Chef TREZ the third and A.WARD the first and second. Wow. Yeah, I got A.WARD. I'm edging the third to A.WARD.
I'm edging the third to A.WARD too, slightly.
Very slightly.
Very slightly.
If anybody has the rounds differently, I'm not mad at all. Like, I wouldn't even. I mean, I could if I wanted to. I can definitely debate anybody that wanted to say why we're bugging out and we don't know what we're talking about. But honestly, I got A.WARD first and the third.
So what was the clearest round? Would that be Ward in the first?
A.WARD in the first is the clearest round.
Yeah. In the second was the TREZ. Damn, this third is mad close too, because like you said, like you it was funny too, because like you were starting to sway me on this whole, because I didn't have much written for Ward in the third when he started getting into the story telling back either. Like nothing was heavy enough to really warrant me to write it down.
Right.
But I understood where he was going with it. It wasn't ass, it just didn't like jump off the page. So it's very close. I think I don't know.
Yeah.
I might. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Ward, but it's like I said, it's by like a bar. Like he probably got like a bar ahead of TREZ somewhere.
It's probably coming down to a bar. It's like a buzzer beater.
Yeah, facts. Yeah,
It's like a buzzer beater. I like, and then again, I liked Chef TREZ's ending with the real deal. In a way, just me personally, from my life, I liked A.WARD's message better at the end about I always learned in life, if you show me your friends, I'll show you your future, because it played into his whole round. Yeah, and him talking about all his friends and stuff like that, and yeah, I liked. Man, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's about how it's the punctuation to like a really well written.
At the end of the day, I think that the Connects has a classic on their hands. If anybody that tunes in, you know what I mean, that rocks with us, and that actually listen to this whole episode, and y'all didn't watch this battle, I'm pretty sure this is enough for y'all to stop when we was already 15 minutes in to go back and watch this battle. Hopefully it gets the respect it deserves and at least reaches 100,000.
Oh yeah, it should easily eclipse that. And like you gotta think like it's good enough that other media outlets talk about it as well. So it'll do its numbers for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I think personally, I'm glad we did it this way. Just because it just gave a kind of a different outlook for me as far as you know what I mean, how to break it down. They're at 40,000 right now in 2 days, so we're definitely gonna keep promoting it and you know what I mean, try to help them get that 100,000. But we already reached the hour top 10, man. It didn't even really feel like it, but we had to go over everything.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed this, man. This is my first time writing all this shit down. I usually, like, when I do recaps, I just kind of like reference what was said. I don't really give out the bars, but this was fun, man. This was fun.
Definitely. We got to do this again.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you having me for sure.
Definitely. So, on that note, guys, we're gonna sign out. Make sure you guys follow Top Tier Podcast on YouTube. It's just regular Top Tier Podcast, right?
Yeah, on YouTube, just Top Tier Podcast, man.
Yeah, and on Twitter, I believe it's Top Tier Pod, at Top Tier Pod. I'm definitely gonna put the link down below for his channel as well as his Twitter page. Make sure y'all follow him. A lot of good content, you know what I mean? I know a lot of times you guys, as much as you complain, you guys also like the bullshit. Over here, you're just gonna get the good shit. So make sure y'all follow us, like, comment, anything that we missed, put it below. Anything you didn't understand, put it below. We'll explain it to you guys later. On that note, we out of here. 1.